Today I'm going to share with you the photos that we took on the Via Francigena from Siena to the Vatican City, Rome. It took us 12 days. We walked it on this April during Easter, and so happens the Pope's funeral. Let's start. We've arrived to the airport, Leonardo da Vinci in Rome, at around noon. We knew that there's a Flixbus in the airport direct to Siena. We hoped to catch it. You know, it was our first time in Rome, and we tried to get the checkout as fast as possible and get to the bus station. But we missed the bus by about 10 minutes. So from there we had to improvise and see how to get to Siena in a different route, because we wanted to both get the credential, the pilgrim's passport, so we could get cheap lodging and get into one of the hostels. And also the hostels and the places that sells the credentials close pretty early, so we needed to get on fast. I saw that there's a bus direct to Tribuni train station, so we took it. It cost us €9, and from there we took a metro to the Termini bus station of Roma Termini, and from there we rushed to the bus station to find the Flixbus to Siena. We managed to buy the ticket and get on the bus 10 minutes before it took off. So we made it. Whew! Success. On the bus I searched for a place for where we'll get the credential and a hostel, a pilgrim's hostel that opens till late, because we were planned to arrive at around 7 p.m. So we've arrived to Siena, to the bottom of the hill, and we asked a priest that came with us on the bus how to get to the center, to the old center, of course. So he showed us the way. We walked with him a bit. He showed us the escalators that takes us all the way up to the old city. From there we walked on the main promenade with all those old, beautiful, ancient buildings. And then we saw the Piazza del Campo right in sunset. It was amazing. This was wow. And there was a gelateria where we bought our credentials. It cost us €8 each. And from there we rushed to find our pilgrim's hostel, that the only one that was open till 9 p.m. We reached it, but we didn't know how to open the door, because there was no bell. There was just a small code plate there. So we asked some Italians who were sitting next by, and the door was opened. We got in. It cost us €15 each per night. And we, for our amazement, got a private room with shared bathroom, of course. In the dining room, we met some other pilgrims who were just eating dinner, and we didn't eat all day, only 2 small power bars. So we rushed to the supermarket, bought some food. We bought a small bottle of shampoo and conditioner and mouthwash to have for the journey. Came back, ate, heard the stories of the fellow pilgrims, and then we went to sleep. We didn't buy any food for the next day because we were sure there's supermarkets on the way. The next day we woke up very early in this ancient building, and we saw the beautiful views out of the window. And then we managed to open the huge wooden doors of this monastery. Went outside, and oops, it's overcast day, bit of rain, it was windy too. So we filled up water bottles, put on our rain gear on, and started walking. We wanted to not miss the Cathedral of Siena, so the first thing was to walk back a bit to the cathedral. We saw this amazing, beautiful Siena Cathedral, or the Siena Duomo. And from there we came back to Piazza del Campo, and this was our starting point. This is the starting point of the Via Francigena. From here, we started walking towards Ponte d'Arbia. It was about 25 kilometers. We walked, the first part is always in town, so we walked in Siena and we missed the supermarket, but beautiful scenery. We saw some olive groves, some streams, some wheat fields. Amazing! We're walking the Via Francigena the first day and it's totally amazing even though it's raining. We came prepared. We have pants, waterproof, and also a waterproof coat, and that's our waterproof system. Wonderful, it's absolutely amazing. Wave streams all the way and it's amazing. I'm so happy that I came to this walk. Can't tell you how much. The Via Francigena from Siena to Rome is a wonderful walk, especially in April, late April. Everything is flowering, everything is so green. Absolutely amazing. The route passes by some towns, but it's around 1 or 2 kilometers away, so we decided to stay on the right because this day was pretty long anyway. So we just made one stop on a picnic bench that we found near a fountain. We rested our feet. It's really amazing, really. And then we went on to Ponte d'Arbia. There we hoped to find some food. Anyway, we checked into the hostel and they told us they are preparing a communal dinner, but they don't have anything vegan. So they said they might prepare, if we'll want to, pasta, plain pasta. So we tried to find some food to buy on this small main street, but all the stores were closed. There was only one bar. They didn't have any vegan stuff. We met one of our fellow pilgrims. She showed us a place where they sold some apples, so we bought some, about 4 apples. We went back to the hostel, showered, and we asked that we have to join the dinner. It was like 25 hours that we didn't eat that day. It was like a fasting day. It was long walk, no food. So they gave us a big bowl of pasta with olive oil that was a bit bitter. It was super fresh, a lot of olive oil. They also gave us a lot of bread. So we ate a lot of bread and olive oil and pasta and an apple. And then toward the end they brought a steamed bowl with green local leaves. It was very tasty. This is what we ate. We kept the apples that we bought for the next day. I didn't tell you, but for this place in Ponte d'Arbia, we didn't reserve a place in advance, so they had to make some phone calls in order to make sure that we have 2 beds. We did. Lucky us. This was our first trail magic, let's say. At this point in the journey, my GoPro didn't work, stopped working, so the rest of the video photos only. Okay, the second day is from Ponte d'Arbia to San Quirico di Orcia, and it was 27 kilometers, a very long day. It was much harder than the first day. It went up and down, and the views are amazing of Tuscany, the spruce trees, everything was flowering. We saw some vineyards and beautiful views. Still the weather wasn't so good, but it was a bit rainy and windy. The trail was still muddy. We hope to find some food on the way. We got our 4 apples. I believe we found a pizza place where we ate a vegan pizza. You just need to ask for vegan pizza and make sure that the dough is without eggs. So when we reached Quirico de Orcia, we didn't reserve a place. They didn't have a place for us, but this time they couldn't call anyone. There were only 18 beds and it was all filled up. So we had to find a place to stay. They offered us that we should take a bus to the next town, but we got a 95 euros hotel. It was very nice. Hadar's leg started hurting, so we decided to take the day off. So the next day, it was our 3rd day on the trail. We were in San Quirico de Orcia in this beautiful hotel, and we went to find our breakfast. So we had to walk through the little town and find the dining room. It was a really wonderful, marvelous vegan breakfast, plenty of food. We ate a lot. It was a wonderful breakfast, and we went back to the hotel, checked out, and then we saw the town, went back to the Pilgrim's Hostel, got our stamp on the credential, and asked the woman there when the next bus to Radiocofani. The day was that we had to go on to Radiocofani, but we decided because it's a day off, we'll take a bus. So we bought the ticket. It cost us about €3.50, and we waited in the bus stop after visiting the beautiful town. And then, right on time, the bus arrived, and it passes right through us. It didn't stop. It didn't stop, even though we had our ticket in our hands. So we went back to the kiosk, got a refund for the ticket, and then we went back to the hostel of the Pilgrim's Hostel and asked her if she could help us. We need to somehow get to Radiocofani because we had this 12 days. So she helped us, and she talked to the drivers of a lot of taxis, and because it was a holiday, no one really wanted to drive. So she told us where to wait, and the taxi, a really nice van, came and took us all the way to Radiocofani, while we saw a lot of pilgrims walking uphill very slowly because Radiocofani is 900 meters high. We reached it in the late afternoon, and then we rushed to the hostel, which was on a Donativo. We didn't want to miss the place to sleep this night because it was very expensive for us, and the taxi cost 80 euros, and for us it was a lot. So we got 2 beds, and then we just went and saw this amazing medieval town with amazing views. Really, it's very high. And I was like starting to get better. And then we just went to sleep. The fourth day, we woke up early in Radio Coffany, a very beautiful town with a tower on top of the mountain, 900 meters high. And the day was walking downhill to Acqua Pendente. So we started walking in this beautiful Tuscany views. Then we discovered that Hadar is that she still has a problem walking, especially downhill. But then some really beautiful trail magic happened. A physiotherapist, fellow hiker, went and checked her leg because she was a bit worried that she might have hurt or something in her knee. And he told us that it's muscle cramps. He showed us some stretching exercise to do every day. And then we went on walking, and another German fellow hikers gave us some isotonic powder and told us to eat much more. We have to remember that. We passed through beautiful, beautiful views, streams, another place where we saw some food and beverages for the fellow hikers. It wasn't vegan, so we didn't get it. It was a really long day. I think it was 23 kilometers long. And we saw some big dogs, purebred. I think it was a farm, and we're against puppy farming, but that's what we saw. Beautiful white dogs barking at us, and we walk on a little route by the road. And then we finally saw Acqua Pendente on top of another hill. So we went up, and got to the hostel. This time we did reserve, together with other two girls, a place. We met a nice Italian hiker who reserved for me and Adar, another Mexican hiker, and for herself a place. So this is how we got to Acqua Pendente, but it took us 12 hours of walking, very slow walk. So we decided that the next day would be another rest day, the 6th day. So this next day is we're in Acqua Pendente. Of course, we explored the town a bit. Of course, we explored the town a bit, and then we took a bus to Lake Bolsena. We arrived in the afternoon, and we saw the beautiful lake, met our fellow pilgrims. Another thing, we in Lake Bolsena, near the monastery, when we arrived, we saw a beautiful, very, very ancient church. It was really interesting to see. So the rest day in Lake Bolsena, we had to get out of the hostel of the monastery of the nuns at 8 o'clock in the morning. So we climbed to see the fort of Bolsena. It was amazing, unbelievable, and all the irises were flowering. And we carried our little bags. It was an 18 liters backpack. That was enough for us for the whole trip. We had only one pair of everything, only 2 pairs of socks and 2 pairs of underwear. Yeah. And then we went back to the lake, ate a big breakfast because we learned we need to eat a lot. We slept in Bolsena in a monastery where they gave us another pilgrim's passport for the Jubilee. So we also stamped this on the way. And from Lake Bolsena we wanted to take the bus of 10 in the morning, but it came at 1 o'clock, so we spent a lot of time in the bus station. We arrived to Montefascone. We saw the beautiful lake from above, and we met our fellow hiker, and we climbed through the Via Francigena route up the stairs to the top of the Montefascone mountain town, and we saw the beautiful there's another beautiful Duomo and another park. We went downhill, and we saw, of course, the beautiful walks. There are still all the downhills. She was walking backwards and very slowly, but she was better. And then we slept in Pilgrims for Pilgrims place, POP. It was 2 kilometers out of Montefascone. They prepared us vegan food, vegan dinner, vegan breakfast, really nice. It was 2 fellow hikers there who bought some land on the trail, really right on the trail of the Via Francigena. The next day we walked from Montefascone to Viterbo. From Montefascone we walked all the way straight. We didn't take any other rest day. It was a very short day. For us it was 16 kilometers. And we went from the beautiful Montefascone fields on a really very big paved stone road down to and up to Viterbo, a very ancient town and beautiful. So we were so happy to be back on the trail. We walked with our fellow trail family, and from this point on we went, the 4 of us, reserving places for us for all the way to the end. So this was the days of the flowering fields. The next day, now we woke up in Viterbo and starting walking. We always woke up very early, so we didn't start walking with any other pilgrims. Filled our water bottles and went on our way to find the Via Francigena signs. This day was supposed to be 24 kilometers, but for some reason we went down from Viterbo and we saw a sign and we took it, Via, and we took it. We saw beautiful Etruscan walls. Amazing. It was really wow. We walked. We were wondering why we don't see any other pilgrims, and we went by olive groves and we saw a sign at the olive route. And then I looked again on the map and I saw that we took the alternative route. Lucky for us, it was shorter. It was 17 kilometers. And it was very, very beautiful. And then we reached Vitrala. But it was a very quiet day for us. We didn't see anyone on the path. In Vitrala, we ate some amazing vegan pizza with some really nice vegetables on top. It was amazing. Anyway, from Vitrella, the next day we walked to Sutri. Anyway, we walked, it was beautiful. We ate and we made many stops. We learned that we have to rest and stop every hour or two and eat. So we ate a lot and we rested a lot. On the last part from Vitrala to Sutri, I walked the last 5 kilometers on my own because Adar and Maritza took a bus to Sutri, and I walked in a really amazing aquatic-like path, really by a river, and on the walls were really beautiful aquatic plants. It was amazing. The next day it was from Sutri to Campagnano di Roma. It was a very beautiful day. We started by seeing the ancient Etruscan amphitheater. Then we also passed through Etruscan roads. We walked together with other pilgrims. It was a very beautiful day. When we saw food, we always bought something like pizza or a croissant. From Campagnano di Roma to La Storta, we decided to skip the road part of the first 10 kilometers of this trail section, and we started 14 kilometers from La Storta. There we met our fellow trail family and started walking from there. It was amazing. It was a nature reserve, beautiful waterfalls. It was an amazing, beautiful day. And we ate a lot. We ate seitan and bread and spreads and all vegan, and found everything in the supermarkets on the way. We're nearly at the end. This is the last day of our walk from La Storta to the Vatican City in Roma. This time we walked with our trail family, and it's so beautiful. And then we entered to the Vatican City. Wow, that's really something. It's like going back 2,000 years ago. It was amazing. It was really, really amazing. By the way, in La Storta we stayed together in a monastery. We visited the Vatican City. We entered quickly because we showed them our pilgrim's passport, and we could cut the line and just walk in and see all the sites. We got the certificate. We finished the pilgrimage to the Vatican City. It was amazing. So I hope you really enjoyed this part of our trip. I really appreciate if you give us a like. I want our channel to grow, so like, comment. If you have any questions on the trail, please ask me. I'll be very happy to answer you. Farewell and have a great day. See you in the next one. Bye!